let's see, it's Thursday, the 27th, so Christmas was 2 days ago. I know Christmas can be rough for a lot of us, especially those of us with depression. Depression definitely gets worse over the holidays. Unfortunately, I still have moments of depression. Not as bad as previous years. Things were better, you know. I think a lot of that has to do with my sister and her kids are in town, and I love hanging out with them. So I know that was part of why it was much more fun than normal. As previous years, I would mostly just be alone at home. It was a stressful week, you know. It's, you know, trying to buy gifts for everybody and knowing what everybody likes and not having a ton of money or much at all, really, to spend on those. Can be tricky. But, you know, it's what they say. It's not about, you know, the gifts. It's about family and stuff, which it was fun. Let's just put it that way. It was fun. I ended up having a decent time. I will say, I did have a little bit of an anxiety attack. I was with as I said, my sister and her kids, but we were also with her mother-in-law and her in-laws, I guess, and my family, I guess, well, my mom and her husband, and you know, social anxiety, man, it's a hell of a thing. I mean, anybody who has it, all of you out there that have it know exactly what I'm talking about. It can mess with you, you know, it can make you extremely uncomfortable, desperate for a way out. And unfortunately, as much as I thought I would be able to handle it and control it, it did rear its head, you know. Not good in groups of people I don't know. At first, for sure. I had a lot of anxious feelings, a lot of looking for a way out, trying to find a way out. But trying not to be rude and trying to, you know, get over it at the same time. It was a pretty good fight mentally for a while there. Did get it under control, managed to get through. Although, to be fair, it was really when everyone started leaving that I was able to get it under control, when a lot of people left or were in other rooms as the party kind of winded down and everyone kind of went to separate ways and kind of formed their groups, and you know, and then Christmas Eve spent it with family as well. My sister and her kids and my mom and her husband did dinner and some other things, and it was a fun night. You know, it's weird though, because, you know, she's leaving in February with her and her kids, obviously, once her husband gets back stateside. And it's been on my mind a lot lately, because, you know, this year it's been nice to have her and be able to go hang out with her and have her for game nights and have her come hang out and get to spend time with her kids, and it's been nice, having that social interaction and just having a close family member, because I haven't always had a great relationship with her, and now it's definitely the best it's ever been, I think. I have to imagine she does too, but I've been thinking about that, and that's been getting me down a little bit, to think like, hey, and it's 2 months now, she'll be gone, and then that's pretty much, it's weird. It's like, I'm gonna try to still do like game nights, which is what I do, like board game nights, but they really started with her being as, a lot of people here instead of just like the same 2 or 3 people it always was. And when she's gone, some of the people that would come with her won't be there anymore, I don't think. So it'll be, it'll still be fun with a larger group than you used to be, but it's still a thing that's been on my mind lately. It's been bringing me down a little bit. I have another friend who is actually coming over today, which she'll probably be here by the time I'm done filming. She's leaving in January, next month. Couple weeks now, I guess. And it's a bummer. Still talk to her on the phone, obviously, and texts and stuff like that, but it's a bummer not to be able to see her again for a while, if ever, honestly. Because it sucks, but I know what's eventually going to happen is, hey, she's moving to a new area to be with her boyfriend. She's gonna, she gets that situated, and eventually we'll probably have less interactions and eventually fall off talking, and that'll be that, but it takes a year, 5 years from now, who knows, but it'll happen, probably, typically does. So it's weird to know that starting 2019, losing 2 important people. And I know they're not really leaving, but feels like it. I still can talk to them, and my sister's my sister. She'll always be around. It's not the last time I'll ever see her, but probably for a year or 2 it will be. So it's kind of a weird, like I said, it's weird to know that starting 2019 you're losing 2 important people. And you're not going to be able to see them every day or once a week or whenever again. I did decide to, I was going to try to do 3 to 4 short films this year for this channel, with higher production, effects, longer, actual films. But I have possibly changed my mind on that. I don't know yet. I will try to still do them, but I do think my main focus will be making a short film for a film festival. And if I do that, since it'll have to be a little bit longer, depending on which category and everything I try to go for, it's going to take up a lot more of my time. So I will continue to do the weekly videos, because I don't take anything to make other than just sitting down in front of the camera and just rambling. There's not much editing in these. There's not much anything in these, really. No planning, just kind of sitting down, here we go. As you can tell by the all over the place nature of these. But if I do the big film project, it's going to take a lot of my time, a lot of planning, a lot of effort, a lot of editing, reshoots, everything. It's going to take a lot of time. And depending on what film festival I'm in, or try to be in, which I'll try to do multiples most likely, just to have the best chance. it would determine a lot, because if I don't know, if I find out the film festival, the one that I really want is in March to submit, that only gives me 3 months to write, film, edit, and get it sent away to them. And if that's the case, then it'll be all my focus outside of these weekly videos would be that. And I wouldn't have time to do probably other projects. But I don't know, we'll see. If it's not till, July or later, then I'll probably have plenty of time. And I'll throw in some extra clips or something in there as we're going along. I might do, worst case, what I might try to do is, if I'm focusing on this big film project for the film festivals, to just have some little extra content. I might throw in some behind the scenes stuff during shooting and some editing stuff like that. I don't know if that's interesting to anybody else, but I might just throw it together just to have a little bit of extra footage just for you guys on a weekly basis, or bi-weekly, or however long it takes to do it. We'll see. That's really it. I can't think of anything major. It says it's the 27th. I don't go back to work until the 3rd. Don't see my therapist until the 9th. Start uploading these videos couple days rather, sorry. So I do gotta go through and make sure I have the footage and do any editing or anything I need to do. So that'll be my project over the next couple days. That's all I can really think of, guys. If I left anything out, I'll make another video, or I'll add it to next week's video. Projects this week. I have 2 projects this week. Actually, more than that. I have a couple, but 2 main ones are building. Woodworking is a hobby of mine. I've really gotten into it, and I've really been enjoying it. For about probably, a year now. Built a couple of things now. I have to build a I don't even know what you call them. Something for my sister and her homeschool stuff. It's yeah, I don't know what you call them. They're definitely not like something you could buy that I've ever seen, for sure. But I might share some progress videos and stuff with that little project, because that won't take very long at all. The other project is a little mini dresser that's, I don't know, about that big, for my niece. Other projects are, gotta do some adjustments to my workout. Not sure if any of you out there have it, but for me, I get like bored after like a month or 2 of doing the exact same workout routine each week. So I try to just kind of shift it up a little bit, as in adding an exercise, taking one out, finding a variation of it, just to kind of keep it fresh, kind of a thing, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. I will see you next week. Getting a text message now that my friend's on the way, so I'm going to wrap this up. I will see you guys next week.